Hey guys, Chart Stoppers back with another video. In this channel we take a look at different stocks and map out their key support and resistance areas on their chart. It's important to know these areas before you buy any stock, and it's also important to know what kind of a trend a stock is in before you buy into it. Support and resistance is one of the most important things you should know about a stock before you either buy or sell. And also, if you're doing any day trading, swing trading, or options trading, you're definitely going to want to get familiar with this channel. And just to let you know, I'm not a financial expert. These videos are for educational purposes only, but I am here to point out key factors on the charts which do impact the price action of a stock. I also provided a link in the description for Webull. You could use that to start an account and you'll get 2 free stocks. And I also provided a link for Robinhood. You could use that to start an account. You'll get 1 free stock. And just to let you guys know, we will be doing 3 videos per week on 3 different stocks. So if you have a recommendation for a video, leave a comment below and I will try to get to it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and have your notifications on so you don't miss out on any new content here. Okay, so let's get into the market today. Today is Thursday, August 26, 2021. You can see the S&P 500 is down 0.43%. The Dow is down 0.42% and the NASDAQ is down 0.35%. So it's a red day in the market today. You saw that there was news this morning of a bombing in Afghanistan. A couple troops died, so that's causing the market to sell off today. And hopefully everything works out there and everyone's all right that was injured in that bombing. Alright, so let's get into the stock I want to take a look at today. And today I'm going to be going over Chargepoint. I've done a couple videos on this one in the past, and I'll provide a link in the upper right hand corner. You should be seeing that right now, and you should go back, check those videos out to see how I got my chart to where it is today. But on the day, Chargepoint is currently trading at $21.54. It's down 69 cents on the day, which is the equivalent of about 3.13%. And on the week, it is still up over 3%. On the month, it's down over 4%. And in the past 3 months, this stock it's down over 6.75%. And in the past year, we are still up over 111%. So it's really mixed on this stock, depending on where you got into it. You could still be up a lot. Like I said, over the past year, it is up over 111%. So if you got in around September of last year before the big run-up in this stock, you're still up in it. But, the past couple months have been a rocky road for this stock. As you can see from the chart here, it's really up and down with this one. It's either up big or down big. And you could see, after this stock was a SPAC, so it started off around $10 and it just shot straight up pretty much after it, did its merger and everything got completed. You could see, it went from around $15, $16 where it was consolidating for a little bit, and then it just shot right up to $50 almost. You could see the 52-week high it made on December 24th of 2020, which was Christmas Eve. It made a 52-week high of $49.48. And right after that, you did see a little bit of consolidation up in that area between $36 and $46. So about a $10 range there, you saw some consolidation after it hit that 52-week high there. And then it did sell off starting in around February here, where we saw that correction in the NASDAQ take place. And that's what caused this stock to sell off really bad. It dropped all the way down to $20, where we have major support here. You can see my support line right here around $20. And we've visited that area many times during this correction. We've gone up and down off of that support line, almost like a springboard there. That's where it launches off of every time it gets down to that area. So let's just go over our chart real quick, our support and resistance lines. You can see at the top here, I have a support or a resistance line. It's going to be at $46. And it's at $46 because we've never been able to close above $46 before. We've reached above their intraday a couple times here, but we've never been able to close a day out above that point. So that's where we need to get back up to. We're going to need to close and hold above there if we want to see this stock make new all-time highs in the future. Going down on our chart, you could see here around $35.66 is where I have my first support line, or it was former support. Now it will be resistance. As you could see, once this was broken, like I said, it consolidated along this support line for a while when it was up near those all-time highs, and then it fell below there during this sell-off that we had during that correction in February, March, April, and into May there. So we saw this lose the support right there, and then eventually right around the end of June, beginning of July here, you could see it made it all the way back up to that $35 area, only to get rejected off that resistance point. So you could see $35.66 is going to be a big point in the future where this stock needs to get above and hold above there so that can turn into new support. Okay, but we're a long ways off from that right now. As you can see, we're going to be dropping down to our next support level, which I have is going to be around $26.50. That was, a former support area. As you can see, we did have a little bit of a bounce off of here on the way up. Not much, but now it has turned into major resistance for this stock, as you can see from the chart here. After it hit this $20 mark here, this major support, we did see a bounce over that resistance point, and then we quickly jumped back under there, and then we had another bounce off of our $20 area, and then we saw this stock get to that point around $26.50 here, and then it got rejected. Okay, and that was also because of our 50-day moving average here was following this stock down and acting as resistance on the daily chart. So you could see the 50-day moving average here in the dark blue, this dark blue line, and that acted as resistance. As you could see, it got rejected off of there once, twice, and then finally it broke through around the middle of May here, but that also caused us to have resistance around $26.50. And as you can see now, going back to August, or the beginning of August here, we did get back up to that point, and then it promptly sold off after reaching that. So that's going to be a key area to watch moving forward, because that is the only support or resistance in between this and $20. So we have, a $20 floor here pretty much. I don't see that getting broken, because that is a very strong support. Going back from the past here, you could see the big jumps coming off of that support. So if we do drop down to that in the future here, we are very close to it right now at $21.55 currently where we're trading at. If we do get another touch off of that $20 support area, the $26.50 resistance area is going to be a very big area to go up to next, and we're going to need to see this thing break through there so we could get back up to around this $35.66 resistance. Okay, but first things first, we got to see a reversal here, as it looks like we are headed back down to this $20 area for another test of that support. As you can see from my chart here, I have a green trend line, and that's showing you the uptrend it's been on since back in September when it started all this this big uptrend here, and we bounced off of that a couple times right here and here. This was back in April, and then another touch off of the line in May, and then we traded up to that $35 area and then sold back off. We came back, bounced off of our trend line here, and then we consolidated along this trend line for a while here. This looks like over a month of consolidation along our trend line. So it looked like our trend line was holding up very strongly, and it was going to continue to hold up and push this stock upward with it. But as you could see here, just around August 12th or August 13th, we broke down on that trend line, and ever since then we have traded below there. So this trend line is broken, and we will no longer be following that. We are going to have to make a new trend line now because, we broke this trend line and we have substantially went below there now. As you can see, I do have a white downtrend line here. That's showing you from the all-time highs, the downtrend that we have been on. And it's touching this high right here back in, this was in June, the end of June, and that is a lower high right there. And so hopefully we are not headed to making a lower low. But as you can see, breaking this trend line was huge because this was a lower high trend line and a higher high trend line, and now we have broken that. So we might be on our way to making a lower low coming off of this lower high here. So we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully that's not the case for everyone that's long on this stock, but we will have to wait and see what happens around this $20 area. And looking at our chart here, you could also see our 200-day moving average is way up here around $29.52. Here in the yellow, we are well below that. We're also well below our 50-day moving average, which is here in the dark blue. As you could see, that was acting as resistance, and then we briefly broke above there for about, a month or two, only to fall back below both the 200 and 50-day. We're also trading below our 21-day moving average here in the light blue that I have highlighted. And another thing to point out, we are also under our 8-day moving average for short-term trading. So not a lot of momentum behind this stock right now. Hopefully we can recapture some of that next week. All right, let's take a look at the weekly chart, see what's going on here. And as you can see from the weekly chart, we fell below our 50-day moving average, and that is not a good sign on our weekly chart because that acted as strong support during this correction here when we fell from those all-time highs up there. All right, we never did fall below there. We closed 1 week below there, but we were able to regain above there the next week. But all in all, during this whole correction that we saw on the NASDAQ, we never closed below there. We always held that 50-day moving average here in the dark blue. But now, just a month ago here, back in July, we fell below there. And now that's caused us to fall even farther below there now. And it looks like it's acting as resistance, as you could see. Zooming in here on these weekly candles, we go up, touch that 50-day moving average here in the dark blue, and we get rejected off of it every time. So we'll keep an eye on that. That's going to be huge. We're going to need to break back above that and have that act as support if we want to see this thing move higher. Looking at our 4-hour chart now, and we'll see what's going on here, and not much going on. You could see we're below 200-day moving average. The 50-day is acting as resistance. You could see here, every time we get up to that 50-day moving average on our 4-hour chart, it looks like going back to around August 13th here, we're getting rejected off there. So we're going to need to get above there also. We're also below our 21-day moving average. That has been acting as resistance. As you can see, we're following that down. And we need to get above our 8-day moving average here too in the white. So like I said, not a lot of momentum here. We're going to need to see this thing turn around. Hopefully it will be sooner rather than later. And we'll watch this $20 area as strong support there. That would be a perfect entry if we do drop down to that area. But right now, you could be starting to enter a position here around these levels. It looks like a nice point to enter. And we'll see what happens in the next couple weeks here. So that's about it. If you guys liked the video, make sure you hit that like button. Really helps me out with the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel also and have your notifications on so you don't miss out on any new content here. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time on Chart Stoppers.